episode here with the
Rockin House.
Today's special guest we have all the way from Deptford Township, Deptford, New Jersey. A band of young kids, a three-piece band called the Age of Ore, managed by their mother, Nicole. Rock dude.
Yeah, the Age of Ore is a three-piece power trio, bass, drums, and guitar. They're basically steeped in the classics, and they write their own material, record their own records, and they're in the process of mastering the second LP, which will be out shortly. And they range, I guess, the drummer 12, bass is 14, and what do you say, Mark?
I believe Jake, the guitarist and vocalist, is 16 years old, the eldest of the band.
So you can see some of their covers like Cream and things like that, you know, so they're quite diverse. They like the newer styles of metal acts out there, and Iron Maiden included. So yeah, two of the boys are brothers, and it's great to have a young band on the show, you know, to get them a step up the ladder, and we're glad to have them. And it's a great thing that they even write their own original material. So the Age of Ore has their own Facebook page, so you can check out all the further details of what they do, where they're going, and where they'll be playing at.
And speaking of that, we actually have word that these guys told us that despite what's going on with the scamdemic here, they've got about 4 shows planned on a little mini tour that's going to be all at Bike Weeks. I believe they said, what, Rock Dude? They
Atlantic
said they got Atlantic City, they got Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, I think they have Baltimore, Maryland, and they said if everything goes well, we're keeping our fingers crossed for these kids. They're going to be at Daytona Bike Week.
That's huge.
How awesome is that?
Not many people get invited down to Daytona Bike Week, which is huge, and we're happy for them. So I'm glad. And a special shout out because we became aware of, well, your buddy was already aware of them, right?
Absolutely. Ski from Metal Gods, and from back in the day, people all know him from Deadly Blessing as a lead singer. He is the one that has opened the door up to these kids, to me and Rock Dude, and we're really blessed to have them on the show to sit and talk about what their future's looking like as young rockers and metalheads. And
the youngest one, 12, drummer, to me, if you look at him, he looks like a splitting image of a young 18-year-old Mark Farner from Grand Funk Railroad. The long straight hair with the headband. Look some young photos of Mark Farner up, so I wanted to get that out there, so that's a good vibe in itself. And the drummer, for being 12, he's already there. He's smashing all over the place. He's energetic, and great to see what he does. Because when you're in a metal band, you really want to be energetic and moving around, which he does do for 12 years old. So looks a little bit like Mark Farner. Just had to say that, folks.
Awesome. All right, so why don't we bring the kids on to the show today? Let's welcome Age of Ore. Alright, this is Marky Z, and welcome to another episode of the Rockin House. Today's special guest I have with me today is Age of Ore. What's going on, guys, and welcome to the show today, man. We're glad to have you on.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, let's start with your name so people know who Age of Ore is, okay? And then we'll get into why you guys put your band together, alright? So let's start with you with the leg day. I believe this is Jake. What do you play, Jake?
I play guitar. Vocals.
So you're the singer and the guitar player. Okay, Devin, in the middle there?
Yeah, I play the bass guitar for the band.
Alright, you're a bassist like me. Yeah, power to the bass guys. Alright, we got a drummer, right? We got Jake. Jake, really good stuff, man. What you play the drums, right?
I play the drums and I sing backup vocals.
Awesome.
Luke.
Okay, Luke, yeah. Okay, Luke. Alright, great, guys. That's awesome. So why don't we talk about how Age of Ore became a band? How did you guys get started?
Well, we were, me and Luke would always just play together. We've been playing pretty much our entire lives. And eventually, you know, we kind of got bored just playing with ourselves, and we were like, well, I mean, it'd be kind of cool to start a band.
Right.
So we decided to start it. We went through a couple people, and then we found Dev, and Dev's one of our best friends, and he's been great. He learned stuff perfectly, and he's an incredible bass player.
Awesome. So you guys, basically, the chemistry came together like that, and you formed this band. And how'd you come up with the name Age of Ore? How'd that happen?
Well, it's kind of like symbolism in the name. So Ore, it's like the raw form of metal. That's
Okay.
how we read it, raw.
I like it.
Brings the music, and the age of war because, you know, we're kind of young. So the name just kind of, it was symbolic.
All right, I like it. I like the concept. I didn't even think of that. You're right. Ore would be the actual classification of metal before it becomes metal, if you're looking at it from a chemistry standpoint. Interesting. Okay, so that's how the name got formed. Now let's talk about some of your influences on why you guys decided to start playing and be a musician. Let's start with Jake, you first. You sing and play guitar. What are some of your major influences in this band? Like I obviously hear Metallica, no question about that. But, you know, let me hear from your standpoint what your influences would be as far as a young musician.
My influence is mainly, of course, Metallica. You can hear that a lot.
Yep.
In our newer stuff that we're working on now, a lot of Tool.
All right.
And Ultra Bridge.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Probably in our EP that we put out, it's less like progressive. Our older EP, it's more just bare bones.
Okay.
Kind of straight raw metal.
Yep.
So I would have to say probably Iron Maiden and Metallica would be the main one.
Okay, awesome. Now let's go to you, Devin, the bass player. Who are your influences on bass?
I was inspired a lot by my favorite band, Cedar, of course.
Cedar, okay.
And one of my other favorite bands is System of a Down. I really liked their bassist.
Nice.
I thought their music sounded cool.
Awesome.
I was listening to them one time, and I was like, what's that noise in the background, that like deep stuff?
Yeah.
That's bass.
Yeah.
So I want to do that.
Awesome. All right. Luke, how about you? Who's your favorite drummers? Where's your influences on playing the drums and the skins, man?
Drummer is Nico McBrain from Iron Maiden.
Yeah, Nico! I love Nico McBrain. He's awesome.
Yeah, it's just, I always used to listen to Iron Maiden when I was younger.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's just on newer bands like Alter Bridge or P7 and also Tool and stuff.
Awesome.
I also like Alter Bridge.
All right, so you got some really good influences putting together the sound that's going on with this band Age of War, guys. I like it. All right, man, well, we're going to come back with Age of War and talk about what's going on with their album, some of the music that they write and play, and even some cover tunes in just a minute. I'm back again with Age of War. Welcome back, guys. Good to have you back here. Let's talk about a few things now moving into the future, okay? We talked about how you guys put the band together, how you came up with the name, and your influences and whatnot, which are some really awesome things as far as the band just mentioned. Now let's go a little bit forward, and let's talk about, you guys have a CD out, right? Is there a title to the CD? I mean, it's really good stuff.
The title of the CD is Trying Times.
Trying Times. Awesome, man. And you have a great song that I've heard from there, Wings of Steel. Really good tune. Would you say that if I were to go out on a limb here, that is kind of what you would consider one of your singles to the CD right now?
Yeah, probably. All the songs are, I mean, in my opinion, single worthy. But I feel like so that one's got the most notoriety. So yeah, I would consider that.
All right, I like your attitude. Everything's a single. What a great attitude in this business, that's for sure. All right, let's go on to you, Devin, bass player. What would you say, because you guys said, you know, you do some cover tunes or whatnot, what would be your favorite song to play as a cover tune in the band?
My favorite songs are For Me the Downfalls by Metallica.
That's the one.
Alice in Chains stuff like Bleed the Freak.
Okay.
Some of the new stuff we're learning, like Altered Age.
All right, and how does it feel to be playing with these guys in this band and, you know, you guys got a CD out? That's great. How's that feel? Great. All right, and again, Jake, our drummer over there, what would you say your take is on the CD? How is it, you know, having the chemistry that you guys found with each other playing with this band, Age of War? How do you feel the chemistry is as a drummer playing with everybody in the band? Fun? Awesome. All right, that's great to know. All right, let's move on a little bit forward. Now, I'm understanding you guys may possibly, despite this COVID crisis that we're dealing, I call it the scandemic, you guys got a tour or anything mini coming up that we could share with everybody on the Rockin House today?
We got a couple things planned, not necessarily coming up. Some of the stuff is actually coming up. We're playing in Baltimore, October 10th.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I think that's for a bike show.
Okay.
And then we're playing in Harrisburg in November.
Nice.
Atlantic City, another bike show.
Very awesome.
January. We're going down to Daytona in Florida.
Nice. Wow, that's great. That's nice schedule to get started with the album. That's awesome. I wish you guys well on that. Absolutely, they're going to love you. All right, and as far as moving into the future, where do you think, you know, this band Age of War is moving towards? It looks like you guys got a bright future here based on your attitudes, what your influences are. You have a great chemistry as a band. You're young. You love playing together. That's a huge plus because, you know, being in a band is literally a marriage. Everybody's got to be connected in that kind of right, okay? So where do you say you see this band Age of War moving towards the future despite the COVID, the scandemic?
Well, we honestly think we're almost actually done mixing and mastering an album right now.
Really?
We're finishing out the second album. It's going to have the original 3 tracks on it.
Nice.
That are on the first album, and then it'll have 4 more. So it'll be a shorter 7-song album. But we're gonna hope to get that out, hope to really advertise that, and then obviously hope to just start playing a bunch of pretty decent sized shows.
Very awesome. And how about you, brother Devin? How are you feeling about this?
One of the most exciting things I'm looking forward to is like if we get a little bit more famous, we can go on tour. I really think that would be fun.
Of course, absolutely. How awesome would that be? What an experience. And what about you, Jake?
Probably the same thing as Devin, going on tour, so we get a little bit more famous, and just giving Detroit nuts, getting back out to play a lot more than we are right now.
All right, awesome, awesome, very awesome, guys. So it looks like you guys, no question about it, have a bright future as young musicians, and who knows, you keep that attitude you got, you guys are going to go places. I really believe that. All right, well, I'm Marky Z, and my partner Rock Dude. Thank you all for coming to the Rockin House today. We appreciate you coming. We're out.
Yeah!